I identify as a Black, queer, creative, fluid person. Identity to me is fluid. When I went to college, my whole idea of what identity was like completely fucked up because I was a communication major, and I was like, oh, like this shit is made up, like it's constructed for us. Identity to me is over and over again to be reclaimed, to be discovered constantly, and to be deepened. You should never be finished discovering who you are. Coming out never stops. I'm constantly coming out every day to myself or to other people because I'm always discovering new parts of myself and changing my ideas and my beliefs and perspectives. But I can think back to like my very first experience, physical experience, being with a girl and like not admitting that to myself until I was older and could be honest with myself about my queerness. As I've been on this journey of like discovering who I am and what identity means to me, it sounds silly because I didn't realize until my early 20s that I was queer, but it was always in me. I do have one like specific story, like when I came out to my mom, and it was like such a typical reaction. Is this just a phase? What does queer mean? Back in my day, that was a slur. I was a little bit shocked because I expected her to be a little bit more open-minded, but then also I couldn't be upset because I remember where I came from, the growth I've had to do in order to even accept who I am. So I couldn't expect her right out the bat to understand me. So that was like a really hurtful experience, but we've grown through that. We're always unlearning. Me telling my story to her was so important. It was necessary for our relationship, and I'm glad to be out. To be seen is to be acknowledged, right? To be validated, to be understood. People assume that they understand what they see, or they know what they're seeing at all times. We make assumptions at all times about the things that we're perceiving. It's a double-edged sword, just like everything in life, really. I think it's important to feel seen by the people that you love and by the people that love you. To really be seen means you're being accepted. There's importance in that. And it's not always about the validation, but it's about the love. Sometimes that can turn really superficial, right? Especially in 2017, we're just posting things because we want to be seen or we want to connect. That's what it really comes down to, is we want to connect. And to be seen is to be connected with people. But in order for something to be visible, light must be present. To be invisible is to not be acknowledged or understood or accepted. It's a dark place. Everyone deserves to be seen for everything that they are, because we're always figuring out what that is, right? Black queer art is important because we need each other's stories to survive. Like, I wouldn't even know that it's okay to be me if I didn't have other people who were okay with being them and okay with expressing that and using art to do that. Without Black queer art, I wouldn't know how to get in touch with who I am. And what inspires me the most, Black femmes, Black queer femmes, because there's a wisdom that they carry that no one else can really touch. It's a depth that nobody else will ever experience. And when I talk to a Black femme or a Black queer femme, I'm always just falling in. And coming out with new life. Not just Black people, family and community, human connection inspires me.